Well, hello everybody, welcome back to YouTube. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different segment today. I'm actually going to be working on the tow truck and adding some more lights to the sides of the bed and everything for visibility. So we're going to get this truck pulled in and then start working on it. So stay with me, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so yeah, welcome to my lovely garage. It is kind of a mess, so I do apologize for the mess, but when you got a whole bunch of tools, toys, and other things that you can do, you kind of have a little bit of chaos. And I've got my toolboxes and everything, which I do quite a bit of work on this truck. If you look over here, my poor toolbox is kind of a mess, but this just goes back to my old mechanic days where I used to work on cars and things like that. But like I said, today we are installing a few lights here to the side of the bed for visibility. We're also going to be replacing one of the light heads that I have. And what I'm using is Speedtech lights. These are Z series, all amber or amber and white. This one's completely all the way amber here. This one's just going to be our light head that we are replacing on the side of the toolbox. And it comes with all the coordinated wires here. And on every single box that you get, it will have what each wire does on the box. That way there's less confusion on what does what. So every single one of these units has exactly the same amount of wires for the Z series. So you're going to have about 7 wires coming out of these units. So your red is going to be your positive 12 volts. Black is going to be your ground. Now we have this yellow wire here. This is what changes the flash pattern. The blue is for alternating sync. That's used for like if you're using multiple heads in one spot, like say the grill or something, and you want them to change a pattern. You just figure out which way you want to do it. Select group A or group B. Let's see here, and then it's got the white wire here, which is this one. This is for syncing up all the units, that way they flash at the same time, so we will be tying in those. Green is for steady burn. Now with this unit here, steady burn means it's just going to stay steady on amber the whole entire time. Unlike my other lights here, which I'll show you here in a minute, those have actually a clear function for that. We do have here, it looks like a brown wire, and that is for mode 2. So this one's an upgraded version of what I already have on there. So these have 2 different modes for flash patterns, and that's one we will not be using. Each one of the units also comes with a foam pad. Just got to pop out the little dots and everything. Center hole for all your wires to go through, and then it's got little pads on, little holes on either side for your screws or bolts to go through. That way it attaches to a bracket or whatever you might be tying to. Now for the side rails, I'm going to be using these Z-Series 180 degrees. These are multicolor flash patterns. These ones are selected in amber and clear. And you'll notice that they're concave. Now you can put these just about anywhere. This is the surface mount here. So this little cover just goes right over top of that. The other way of doing this is you can also it comes with a bracket that you can hang underneath the sides of a mirror, or virtually anywhere for that matter. And it also has its foam pad, and that's where all the wires come out there. Now this unit here, this one only does have 6 wires coming out of it. So this one does not have dual mode function on it, but it does have steady burn and alternating sync options available. So everything on this is the same. We will be using the steady burn on this. So I'll be attaching that to the backlights all the way at the back. So when I click on my floodlights for underneath the bed in the rear, these will stay on in clear. So I'll have light out to the sides, that way I can see off to the sides as well. I won't have to have them flashing. But it does override the flash patterns, so it will just stay on clear until you turn off that light, and then everything will flash. But it alternates back and forth between colors. So it will flash amber back and forth and clear kind of at the same time. And these are the linear optics here. The difference between linear and TIR is all just in the optics in all reality. TIR is great for tinted windows, but it only gives a viewing angle of only about 70 to 80 degrees, so it's more directly in front of you. So I mean, if you're staring at it and then you get off to the side of it, you're not going to get much of a glare. With linears, however, linears have more of almost 180 degrees viewing angle. So you're going to get more of a spread of pattern. No matter which way you try to walk around this type of light right here, you're constantly going to get hit with a flash that's nice and bright. And Speedtech Lights sells all kinds of different options. These ones we chose to do on the side rails, only because this doesn't have any lighting when I'm down on the ground. I have no strobe lights except for underneath the bed. So when the bed is down, I lose visibility there. So I want to be able to get something at least on the sides, on both sides, that way I have some visibility there. So when the bed is down, you still have some flashing going on. Later on, we'll add some to the side steps on this truck. That way I have some visibility there, because when the bed is down, if you've noticed here, this is going to be hard to tell because I don't have, well, the bed is all the way down, but the headache rack has the light bar attached to it. So unfortunately, when the bed is down, the light bar is hidden, so you can't see anything. So if I have to be out in the middle of the road, half the truck's out in the halfway in the road, and the only thing you see is the side markers. And I don't feel like that's enough. I mean, yeah, I have some on the side boxes, so I mean, that's kind of directly in the middle of the truck, but I want to extend it a little bit further. So I have everything laid out here on the truck bed right now. I've got all my tools here for wire stripping, and then I've got my cordless drill here. We'll be using some step bits to drill some of the holes through. Got heat shrink. I got self tappers here. Then I've got what I always like to use is these type of butt connectors. Now these little boogers here have solder in the middle, and then on the outer edges, right, you know, right where you see that blue, that actually forms a seal around the wire, making it watertight. So now I've also got plenty of heat shrink. I got plenty of wire here. I even have plenty of wire loom. I even have here some stainless steel cable clamp assortments that I think I'm probably going to use underneath the bed to keep it tied up underneath instead of using like zip ties. That way it doesn't hang down, get caught, things like that. And we've got the heat shrink butt connectors that we will be using to junction these into the control box that's up underneath the bed. So. Alright guys, well I am going to get started on this. I got to do some measurements and whatnot, and then we're going to get started on this, and then we'll see how it looks. This might take a few hours or so, but we will see what happens there. So this is going to be kind of fast paced on camera, so yeah, so the first thing I've got to do actually right now is plan out where I'm going to place the light heads. Since the bed rails, I want to mention this first before I get off here and start jumping on it. These bed rails do remove, and up underneath of the bed is a series of screws, so I don't want to put the light head directly on somewhere where I've got to unbolt this, just in case if I have to remove this for like a larger vehicle where the tires are a little bit wider than the bed. So I definitely don't want to do that. So I've got to pay attention and look and see and plan it out. I've got some painter's tape, so I'm just gonna like do a mock-up of where I kind of want the light at, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned, guys.
You're a crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding, king of beers, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking home tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah high from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're drinking, the smoke that we're smoking, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side. On a night like this, you just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we're talking about memories, yeah, we're gonna make up. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break up. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking home tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah high from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're drinking, the smoke that we're smoking, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking home tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah high from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're drinking, the smoke that we're smoking, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz blowing it up, it's going all night long. When the lights come on. Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of a lightning strike. Sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away. Pistons pumping, minds are racing. It's hard to sleep, man, when I'm shaking. Bad news surrounds me. It's always found me creeping up when things are good. Yeah, the dark days find a way. Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of a lightning strike. Sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away. The camera captures all the things that make us turn from what we see. It's always rolling, it don't stop rolling. I haven't slept in 3 damn days. Yeah, but who needs that anyway? Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of a lightning strike. It's sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away.
Alright guys, well we got one side here done. I do not have enough battery power to do the rest of this, but now we've got some strobe lights on the sides, or at least this side. Still got to tidy up some of the wiring and everything. Just got to get everything situated here where it's all underneath the bed tied up, and I'm going to eventually get to the where it goes to steady burn. But now we've got a really good light system here. I know the camera's probably not going to do much justice, but it's exactly what it looks like. So it's going to be plenty bright enough that this will at least keep us safe on the road.
Probably.
So, but yeah, I still got to tie up the other side. I got to do the same thing, but I just got to do this side next. Get that all squared away, then we're done with that project. And then I've got to, like I said, I got to tie into the wiring for the steady burn. That way I've got some light on the sides whenever I activate the lower work lights, those will go to steady burn. So got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to tie it up to that box as well. I just got to figure out which one is what, and and go from there. So, all right, guys, we got the other side done. They are working beautifully. They are definitely plenty bright. That is for sure. Now we've got everything side by side. And if we look underneath, I've just got everything kind of like zip tied up for right now. Still got my green wires down. That way I can tie those in. But other than that, we are good here. Good flashy. I hooked it up to just the main bar instead of everything else because I didn't want too much on just one circuit. You can only have so many amps on one whole circuit. So I mean, these draw pretty low. You typically got to add more power sources when you add a lot more than that and than this. Like a police car or whatnot, those guys, they have like multiple units. So, but I got to get finished tidying up everything. Run my wires over to the bottom work lights, and then I think we should be good. So. Other than that, yeah, we'll get off here and do that, get everything cleaned up, and then we should be done with this install.